This is something people need to know. This is not a secret, but this is something that people are not taking advantage of. And the reason why I want to speak about this is because there's a lot of things that you as a person that you have that you can share your knowledge with. Making money on YouTube is not about necessarily always having a whole bunch of followers. And the reason why I say this is because, let's say, for example, you know something about the quality of calligraphy pens. I know, very, very specific, right? Calligraphy pens, they date back way before I was born, but they still sell them right now. And they're a collector item. They're very a novelty item. If you love calligraphy, if you love the way that it looks, why don't you show how it's used? Why don't you just show on a piece of paper how people, in the many different ways that they can use it, who uses it, why they used to use it, and provide value that way. And I'm saying this by a product because you need to know that you have a lot more to offer than just my face. you know, just the thing. Like, show people how to do things. I'm providing a service by telling you, hey, these are some ways to make some money online. Clearly, you're tuning in because you're like, hey, I want to make some money. Now, another way that you could do that is, let's say you don't have a calligraphy pen just hanging around at the house. You can do a product review of things that you've already have. You can do this on Amazon. Let's say, for example, I have a monitor here. This is a baby monitor. Okay. People use baby monitors all the time. I've had this since my child was an infant because I want to know when my child is crying. And somebody could say, well, why can't you just walk over there and just go see if the child is crying or not? If they're crying, then just get up. Well, this is the thing. When you are really, really exhausted and you are a new parent, especially, you don't have it embedded in your heart and in your mind that there is an infant over there that's going to be crying. You're going to be so exhausted that you are not going to hear every single cry. And you also want to make sure you see things. The number one cause of death for babies are sudden death syndrome, which is also called SIDS. And with you being able to have a baby monitor here, you're going to be able to see, hey, someone may say, hey, I was thinking about buying that monitor. Like, why didn't I think about that? You could be reviewing all different types of baby products. There are so many different ways that you can just make money than just showing your face, living your life. Like, people are just not interested in just living their lives and watching people. They can watch reality TV for that. And if you want to make some money, you just find whatever product that you have laying around the house, talk about it, review it. Because I feel like the biggest situation when it comes to purchasing something is sudden, like if you purchase something, you're having buyer's remorse. Like a house. That is a very huge thing right now. If you buy a house right now, some people are like, man, well, when is the best time to buy? Like, should I be buying a house right now? And I could be saying, oh, well, maybe you shouldn't be buying a house right now because this is not the good market. Like, somebody wants to know. Somebody's researching right now. What are the interest rates? What do they look like? What type of houses are actually selling? And then they may want to know, hey, are those prices still available from, I don't know, 3 years ago than they are now? And the answer is no, they're not. But they want to know that information. So if you're a realtor or if you're going to some realtor classes and you just want to know, um, just know what is going on in the realtor space. Another thing is, we watch TV and consume videos all the time. One of my kids' favorite shows to watch is Sheriff Labrador and Paw Patrol. This is a really good example. And this is the show right here. This show is all about two dogs that are policemen, and they're teaching people, well, teaching kids specifically what and what not to do when they come in contact with things. They're teaching them how to learn, but they're also teaching them, most importantly, how to be safe in their version. So there's so many different things of how you can do this. You can explain, man, Sheriff Labrador is talking about blah, blah, blah. There's some value you could offer. People are actually avidly looking, especially parents are looking for safe shows to watch for their kids. These are things that you could definitely do. Just review on TV shows. Or if you want to review on a reality show that you really like, and someone is like, I don't know if I should waste my hours of my time watching this show, they may say, hey, I want to actually see if this is a pretty good show to watch. I don't know about you, but I hate getting stuck in the Netflix realm. Like getting stuck and going in circles and saying, man, I just spent 30 minutes of my time watching something that was super boring. Or I'm still waiting on the big plot to happen and it never happened because, like, clearly it's just a bad movie. So that's another thing you could do. Another number one thing you could do is you could definitely do reviews on Canva. Canva, if you haven't heard of it, if you're living under a rock and you have not heard of Canva yet, there is a graphic design, an online graphic design tool that they also have a free version and they also have a pay version. The pay version, I would say it's probably about $120 or $130 a year. And I think you get maybe like $14 or $15 a month if you do the monthly plan. But if you are wanting to do the free plan, the reason why this is so essential is because Canva can allow you to create templates, create presentations, can create all different types of things. If you're constantly creating, there is no reason why somebody may not want to have an idea on the reason why that wouldn't be a good idea for them. So if you're like, oh, well, I want to learn how to create a flyer, or I want to get some ideas. Sometimes people don't want to get ideas by just doing, they want to get an idea by looking, by watching. So that's a different way of how you can do it. You can go on Canva, and if you're interested in doing that, I can most definitely show you how to do it on Canva. Please respond below. Which one would you like for me to expand on more so that I can actually show a video of you actually doing it online, and I will do it. Just say, I want to see Canva, or you can say, I want to do a video review, or I want to do a product review. Whichever one you want to do, let me know. The other one is, of course, with YouTube. The value that you can provide with YouTube is just showing people how you can get your lives changed. I'm not gonna lie, I was very intimidated by showing like my life, my kids. I mean, I have kids, they are not quiet. So, I also have them at an age where they're constantly learning and they want to be in stuff. They want to be a part of things, which is great. It's all a part of human nature. You know, we were once children, so we want to know exactly what's going on. Well, this is also the thing. When you try to act like other YouTubers and you're sitting there trying to, I would say, clean up and make sure everything's totally nice and neat and everything's just perfect. Look, we are the cleaners, the cooks, we are the entertainers, we're everything to our families. So the average person is not going to have a cleaning service, a Lamborghini car. Like, that's just not realistic. I'm showing you the real part of being a mom, being a working mom, having a husband who works hard, does his best to provide for us, and then also showing my kids how to be a great person in this world. My husband, he does a great job at that. My extended family members do a great job at this. And the reason why I feel like YouTube needs to start, you need to start a YouTube channel like right now, is because forget trying to perfect everything, trying to say, okay, I need to create like this 5-step process. I need to do this. No, you're wasting your time. You're going to make yourself stop and continue to stop because you're too busy looking and researching. Stop looking and researching. Get on there and talk about what is important to you. What's important to me is providing value and helping other people to break through in their fullest potential. Like, are you reaching your potential? Whether it be your job, whether it be you being on YouTube, whether it be you reaching your absolute highest goals, making money on YouTube is absolutely possible. You do not need hundreds of thousands of views. All you have to do is leave a link in the description, or all you want to do if you're really focusing on monetization, you can just post as often as possible. When I mean post as often as possible. It's okay to come off a hiatus. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because Christmas and the holidays came around, and I had to take a mental break for myself. Taking care of yourself is important. Other people want to take care of themselves too. But as a small creator, I also know that I have to get back on the things. I have a greater purpose. It is not just for me, but it's also to help other people. And so I'm doing that by showing up as often as I can, whether it be going live every day, whether it be doing a video every day, whatever the case is. This is something that's possible for you to do. So every single day, I'm going to do a challenge for 30 days to either do a live video or do a regular standard video and provide value on why you should not only why you should start a YouTube video, a YouTube channel, but to also show you different ways to make money on YouTube so that you can unlock your truest potential. Now, this does not mean that you quit your job tomorrow, okay? Don't get out there and do that. Like, don't get out there and do that. So I'm telling you this, and I'm sorry, I did have a cold earlier, but I'm telling you this because when you are able to unlock the true potential in yourself, get on here, say, okay, I'm excited about talking about traveling. I really want to talk about, I don't know, going to Mexico. Okay, if that's something that you really want to do, then talk about all of the cultures in Mexico. Talk about all of the reasons why you should go to Mexico. Talk about the currency in Mexico. I'm sure it is not the same. So there's so many different things. The fashions in Mexico. How, it's just like how, who, what, when, where, like show all of those things. And I'm going to give an example. So what am I? I'm a mom. I am someone who is multifaceted. I'm really good at a lot of things. That can be good and that can also be bad because sometimes it's hard to pinpoint where you want to go. But it also makes you a jack of all trades. That means you're adaptable. You can go in multiple different areas. You can say, oh, well, I can be good in this, I can be good in that. Okay, now what you do is you take all of those things that you're really good at and you really focus in on three things. You put them in these three buckets, and that is how you're going to create your videos. Okay, so I'm going to say, all right, well, how about I may have a really good knowledge in automotive. You can say automotive. Like I said, I'm a mom. I know a lot about making money on YouTube online. Also know a lot about creating websites. I can create different things. I'm very creative. So graphic design is something I'm really good at. I know things about Canva. Okay. So, and I also do videos, funny videos from point of view references. The reason I bring that up is because if, let's say, there's something trending right now that's automotive related, it could be changing your oil. I could have a video out there, me acting like I'm changing my oil. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing. So, I can act like I'm changing oil, but then I can make it simpler as if this product is simple enough for even a mom can understand. Do you get where I'm coming from now? Like, use what you're saying, use what you know to push out what's happening right now. Don't try to create something that does not work for you, does not make sense for what you're trying to do. Another thing you could do is for product wise. Okay, clearly I'm not pregnant. I'm not going to be promoting any pregnancy stuff, but I can tell you the things that I regret purchasing as a mom. Probably one of those things is probably buying anything 0 to 3 months. It doesn't make sense to get it. You're going to be gifted it for your baby shower. And also, when you do deliver, whether it be it's at home birth or if it's at a hospital, especially, you are going to be given a lot of free things. Technically not free. You've purchased it. Your insurance paid for it. And it's going to be on your bill. But if you're not focused on any of those things, definitely you can really talk about the reviews of different baby products itself. So product base, you can talk about all of the things that you purchased, whether it be in the past and things that you want to purchase now in the future. So now that just a contrast, my kids are not infants anymore. They're 3 and 4. Now I can talk about more Montessori items, things that people, well, kids would be interested in looking at, watching, things that are conducive to their memory that help their brain grow, music, language, art, things that are tactical that'll help them with their languages, things that is going to be interesting for their kids to want to talk about their numbers, their shapes, their geometry. These are things that would really help in learning. So I would have videos about doing that. Okay, so now we're not talking about doing a product review. Now we're going to switch gears and we're going to talk about online. So we are online. We are in the online economy that is booming right now. If you are not on YouTube and you feel like, man, I still don't know what I want to talk about, listen to me. There are some things that you can still provide in today's society. All you have to do is literally search for it. If people are searching for it on the computer, you can talk about it. You can talk about how it doesn't make any sense to purchase any of it. Or you can talk about the value of purchasing some of these items that are actually functional. Another big thing right now is cryptocurrency in stocks. Okay, people are buying a bulk of these items because they believe that the stocks are now going to be going up, which they have. They have been going up. Okay. In fact, as soon as we had a new president that is starting to transition since the election, the stocks have started slowly but surely. They've been going up. And so you can talk about that. You can talk about your view on that. There are so many different things that you can talk about, guys. Like if there is a category for you to talk about it. Don't make it so hard. Like you can definitely just elaborate on those passions that you have and just do it. And I think us as people, we get caught up in and get discouraged too. We're like, I don't have 5,000 followers. I don't have 10,000 followers. I don't have 1,000,000 followers. Who cares? They all had to start with zero. Like nobody came on YouTube and started with 100,000. And if they say that they did, they bought those. Like you want active people that are actively paying attention to you, actively saying, hey, I really want to get some information on how to make some money. I'm so tired of being freaking broke. These are so expensive right now. Having a budget that is super tight all the time is something that's very mentally exhausting, mentally taxing. And so, one thing that I'm even going to do later on is really show you some different ways of how you can save some money. It's not always about necessarily growing everything. Sometimes you need to use what you have because YouTube is not immediate. It's not, okay? It's not like that. You're going to have to show up for yourself. The algorithm is not going to tap in and know that you're really serious about anything unless you start showing that you're serious. And it'll also mentally show you, man, I can do this. It's going to give you confidence. It's going to give you confidence, right? Like you're going to be saying, that wasn't so hard. Like, look at that. I can't believe that all of this time I was at home complaining to everybody on why something isn't working for me when really I'm not using what's already working for me. Because the reality is there are people on the other side of the screen that are just like you. That is a relative thing that you can definitely relate to. No, you don't need to relate to every single person out here. You only need to relate to what makes sense to you. So, I encourage everybody to start doing that today. I really hope that you like, subscribe, comment. Please share this video for those people who are very stagnant and stubborn about not wanting to start their YouTube channel. And if you don't do that, at least what you can do is start a blog, talk about it, or start a faceless channel. Like, get on YouTube. Maybe you don't want to show your face. I know a lot of people are very shy. I get it. I get it. I had to break through that. And honestly, it took maybe like 3 or 4 weeks for me to break out of that. And I was like, you know what? I got this. Like, who cares? Who cares what somebody looks like? Who cares that I don't have a full face of makeup? Listen, I don't wear makeup. I don't have time for makeup. I have children that I'm running after that I am like constantly sweating. Okay. So that's just something I don't want to do. And I actually like my natural face. I think it's beautiful. And I think everybody else's natural face is beautiful too. I like the face that people came into the world with. Okay. So I just feel that you being naturally you, just like I can naturally not see, okay? I can't see. But at the same time, there are other people who can definitely relate to you, who can feel confident and feeling good. Like, man, I'm going to have a good day because I'm going to change my perspective. I am not going to go into the world today thinking, man, I still can't do it. Man, I go to work every day. I'm in this slump. I'm just so exhausted. Like, I can't stand my boss. All of those things, those are distractions. Don't allow your emotions of what's happening to you right now to fog your brain and what God has for you. You have to turn it off. You have to turn it off. Take the switch, take that seed and plant it and say, you know what? No, I can't stand my boss. I can't stand this job. I can't stand when they do this. Okay, take that. Okay, and you go and you put some fertilizer on it. Okay, fertilizer is a bunch of crap. Okay, put that in there and you say, what am I going to do with this situation? I cannot change every situation. I cannot, quit my job at a drop of a dime. I can't do that. But what I can do is, it doesn't cost me nothing to get on YouTube. It doesn't cost me this glare. It doesn't cost me. Wait, is this better? Yeah. It doesn't cost me nothing on YouTube to start a video. All I got to do is literally press the live button, the start button. That's all I have to do. But what does cost me is my mental deteriorating if I am constantly complaining about what's not working for me, because you're still at step zero. Not even at step one. You're still at step zero, because step zero is you just talking and complaining about it. Step one is you're saying, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do that is going to help you reach the next level? And I understand some people are just natural complainers, but that doesn't have to be for you. You were not created like that. You have a lot more to offer. And whatever that thing you want to offer, put it in the description below. Comment and say, I want to change, and this is the thing that I'm going to do. Say in there, I want change. And if you want change, yes, that's you, baby. Like, that is something you can do. You can start on YouTube, make money like right now. So I want you to leave a comment below, and I am going to message each and every one of you, and I'm going to send an email. And if you want to, you can go to therichardsons24@gmail.com and send me an email with that and say, I want to change. I want to know more. Let me know your name. I don't need your phone number. And if you don't even want me to know your name, whatever, if you want to be anonymous, it's totally fine. I want to help you. Okay, so I really hope that this video has helped you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to not allow whatever your situation is to get ahead of you. Okay, so I hope you have a great day.